Hello, good morning. I'm Spike, and welcome to another self-taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone. Again, apologies for missing another upload yesterday. I actually genuinely made myself quite ill with my mental health, and then ended up with some very physical repercussions from that. But today I am back. I'm hoping that we can get through and started with writing module and get all the way up to the listening and reading the end of. Perhaps I'm going to do my best to power through and make this get this video out. So we'll see how far we get there. I'm still a little bit iffy from yesterday. Um, as many of you will know, living with mental illnesses is not pleasant at the best of times, um, especially when they flare up. But when it's been self-induced from overworking and stress, it can be even more difficult. So that's on me. I've just got to turn around and make up for it. So that's how things are at the moment. So I'm hoping to get this back up and running. I'm not happy with myself that I've not been able to pursue this as hard as I've wanted to the past couple of weeks, just with things getting in the way, my mental health getting in the way, etc. So much respect and many thanks for sticking around and for watching the content. I appreciate you. I hope you stick around for more and keep supporting the channels. It means the world to me to be able to do this. So I'm really hoping that people do get something from these videos, particularly if, like me, you're on a low budget and obviously can't afford to get programs like this and such, like to be able to teach yourself a language. And on that note, just to show your support, I hope that everyone can do me the biggest favour and like, follow, share, and subscribe to my channels. They are twitch.tv/crunk7up and youtube.com/exofficina, EXOFFICINA. Right, let's begin. The last module I did was the reading, which is when we get to chuck into the deep end and we don't get the Romaji or Western English characters to play with in the slides that we end up getting. So we're going to go into writing, and hopefully we should have the tabs at the bottom to be able to correlate the Japanese kanji, hiragana and katakana with the Romaji characters, the English characters. So let's do that now. Let's get the microphone set up and go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's got that done. As usual, I've got my notes. I've got my pad here as well. I'm just trying to bend the corner out with the book because I left it on its side and corner last night and it's curled up. So, anyways,
白、し、
sheet straight into the deep end.
し、ろ、
Rot,
ろ、白、
shiro.
白、
Oh, it's recognizing today. That's good. So this is white, as we can see here, not feather. It's the color white, shiro. And there's the two kanji. Let's go to slide 2.
し、
She,
し、ろ、
rot,
ろ、の、
not.
の、
This is going to be quite a short writing block, I think. Sheet rot, not.
ろ、
Oh, gonna need the keyboard for this as well, because it's gonna
ろ、
have some typing.
の、
Not.
の、し、
And she.
し、
So burning it into our skulls right now. Get it right into the back of the darkest, deepest recesses of the brain. That these are the symbols for rot, not she, or she, rot, not. probably going to ask us to type now. So, no,
の
she,
し
and ro. Can't even hit the
Ro.
enter key today. Ah, lovely. Let's go to slide 5. Give it a new one.
家の外い
I,
いえ
e,
えの
no,
のそ
so,
そと
to.
と家の外
Ie no soto.
家の外
Awesome. That's some nice nice kanji there. And separation. Let's go to slide 6.
え
E,
えそ
so,
そい
i.
い
Nice and simple thus far. Slide 7.
い
I,
いえ
e,
えそ
so.
そ
Just going to take a huge look at these. Make sure that these are in the brain. I'm not being distracted by the biggest pigeon outside my window on the garage roof. Just staring in at me. Hello. Slide 8. So,
そ
I,
い
e.
え
Fantabulous. Slide 9.
い
I,
の
no,
し
she,
え
e,
そ
so,
ろ
right. There we go. These are the ones that are usually worth writing down again, like the old alphabet that I've got so far. There are a couple of mistakes on it, and I'm still yet to write it out nice and neat, but I do still have it, and it is still working to aid the memory and to learn this. So let's go to the last slide, slide 10. What's it going to give us?
白
She, and then ro.
家の外
I, e, o, no, so, to. My bad. Put an O in it that didn't need to be in there. Oh, it's given me my only mistake. Right, let's do that again. Put an extra letter where I just didn't need one.
白
She, and then ro. Lovely.
家の外
Ieno. So, to. There we go, that's better. That should result in, there we go, 35 correct, none incorrect, apart from that last one. This is a good start this morning. Go back to the home screen. So that's the first writing done. That was actually quite easy for the lesson 2 stuff. We're now going to go back to the lesson 1 bits, because it repeats, obviously.
2冊に
Ni,
にさ
sa,
さつ
tsu,
つ2冊
nisatsu.
2冊
Awesome. I actually recognised that tsu with the forced su with the T, the sound. Which is nice, because that was frustrating the first time round. Let's do slide 2.
に
Ni,
にさ
sa,
さつ
su.
つ
Nice. So slide 3.
つ、
Tsu
つ、に、
ni
に、さ、
sa.
さ、
Brilliant. Brilliant. Nice and easy. Get slide 4. Sa
さ、
tsu
つ、
ni.
に、
Putting an O again, another letter where I don't need to be mistyped though. This slide 5.
息子さん、む、
Moo. 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 Here we go. This is where it's going to start being a bitch to me.
息子さん、む、
Moo.
む、す、
Su.
す、こ、
Ko.
こ、さ、
Sa.
さ、ん、
N.
ん、息子さん、
Musko-san.
息子さん、
Got a bit of a delay on this recognition at the moment. I wonder what that is. I don't have anything running in the background that could slow it down, but the recognition is a little on the slower side on that slide.
む、
Moo.
む、す、
Su.
す、こ、
Ko.
こ、
There we go. Number 7. Let's go slide 7.
こ、
Ko.
こ、
Mu.
む、
Mu.
む、す、
Su.
す、
Oh, excuse me. Still waking up. Best time to learn is in the morning. Mu. Ko. Su.
す、
Ko.
こ、
Mu.
む、
There we go. Lovely jubbly. Let's go slide 9.
す、
Su.
つ、
Su.
こ、
No, it's not that one. I'm an idiot.
む、
Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Let's go again.
こ、
Ah. Ko.
つ、
Su.
む、
Mu.
す、
Fuck. No, 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 no.
Sa.
Get it so wrong. Oh, memory, come on. Stop being so hazy this morning. I know I've
Su.
been ill, but come on. Su.
こ、
Ko.
む、
Mu.
さ、
Sa.
つ、
Su.
に、
Ni. There we go. There we go. Gets it on the third try. Oh. Oh my god. Chin is so itchy from this hair, it's almost burning. Oh, the joys of being ginger. Alright, let's go to slide 10. Let's see if we can wrap this
2
up.
冊、
Oh! Ni. Sa. Su.
息子さん、
Mu. Su. Ko. Sa. There we go. At least in the English, I know how to, well, Romaji characters, I know how to spell some of these Japanese words. And I suppose as well, when clicking in the kanji, when it's like, click this box for each individual one for the words at the time. I don't do too bad at those either. So the two writing, they're relatively swift to get through. This listening should be about 10 minutes. Let's see if we can get these two knocked out. 16
Door.
slides. Door.
テレビ、
Television.
アパート、
Apato. It's going to be apartment.
家、
It's home. House.
コンピュータ
Computer.
ー、ラジオ、
Radio. Hey, there we go. I'm interested if we look in the hiragana and katakana. That's katakana. If we look in the kanji, see how we only have one that changes. The rest stay roughly the same. Because again, we're back into plain Japanese for these. Let's go to slide 2.
トイレ、
It's the toilet.
居間、
Ima. What's ima? Living room.
バスルーム、
Bathroom. No. Bathroom.
窓、
Mado as window.
台所、
Daidokoro as kitchen.
流し、
Nagashi is sink. There we go. So toilet for the actual toilet. But bathroom for bathroom. Mado for window. Nagashi for sink. Ima for living room or family room. Daidokoro for kitchen. Let's go to slide 3. Come on, click.
猫はテレビの上にいます。
The cat is on the telly.
ラジオは椅子の上にあります。
Radio is on the chair.
コンピューターはテーブルの上にあります。
And computers on the table.
リンゴはコンピューターの上にあります。
There's an apple on the laptop. There's an apple on the computer. There we go. Oh, let's go slide 4.
コンピューターは車の中にあります。
The computer is in the car.
鍵は靴の中にあります。
The keys are in the shoe.
猫は帽子の中にいます。
The cat is in the hat. That's a good one. Neko wa bushi no naka ni imasu. The cat is in the hat. Well, there is a cat in the hat. There are keys in the shoe. There's a computer in the car. That's our translation. Slide 5.
猫はテーブルの下にいます。
And there is a cat under the table.
男の子たちはベッドの下にいます。
The boys are under the bed.
犬はシャツの下にいます。
The dog is under the t-shirt. Oh, it's under the shirt, sorry. It's not t-shatsu. It's just shatsu, the shirt. So there we go. I mean, they're relatively understandable. And it makes it easy in context to then break apart the sentence as to which word is which when you understand I mean, it's you get ones with like otokonokachi, otokonokotachi, plural of boys. But then when you got beddo no shitani, under the bed, or shatsu no shitani, under the shirt, or teburu no shitani, under the table, you know, teburu, table, beddo, bed, shatsu, shirt, you know, and starts to get easier and easier to place what words are which, where they are in the sentence, and therefore what the sentence is actually saying in Japanese when presented with slides like this. So, it's a easy dissemination of the language. And again, keep in mind, imagine how Yoda speaks in Star Wars. It's Japanese directly translated into English, I'm pretty damn sure. Because when you take the words individually, neko wa teberu, cat, table, is under, there is. Immerse is there is. So it's like the sentence is backwards, and we're reading it the opposite way. Which, if we speak it the opposite way, or speak it the way that it's read, we end up sounding like Yoda. So it's just a key thing to keep in mind when reading Japanese or trying to understand Japanese. Just try and translate it like Yoda, or speak it like Yoda would, and you're not far off.
男の人は車の下にいます。
Ooh,
男の人は車の下にいます。 男の人は車の下にいます。
under the. God damn it.
男の人は車の中にいます。
He's in the car.
男の人は車の下にいます。
He's under the car.
男の人は車の上にいます。
And he's on the car. So there we go. We've got the differences there. No any is on. Noshita, that's why, because it shortened itself. Noshita ni is under. Nonaka ni is in the. So you have the gentleman on the car, and a gentleman under the car, gentleman in the car. Or in this case, there is a man on the car. There is a man under the car. There is a man in the car. So slide 7.
寝室は緑です。寝室は緑です。寝室は緑です。
Shintsua. Midori desu. Bedroom.
ダイニングルームは緑です。
The dining room is green.
台所は緑です。
The kitchen is green.
家は緑です。
The house is green.
トイレは緑です。
The toilet's green.
今は緑です。
The living room's green. Shinshitsu. So that's bedroom. Shinshitsu.
寝室は
Or
緑です。
Shinshitsu. Shitsu. That's hard.
寝室は緑です
That's hard. Shinshitsu. You miss the I here in the shinshi to get that su. So shinsu. It's almost joined, but it's so subtle.
寝室は
See
緑
that
です
double stop?
寝室は緑です
Yeah, okay.
台
台
所は
kitchen,
緑
easy
で
to
す
hear.
トイレは緑です
Toilet is green, yeah. The easiest one of them all.
ダイニングルームは緑です
The dining room.
家は緑です
Yeah, house.
今は緑です
Living room. Cool. Let's go slide 8. Let's get it on.
男の子とおじいさんはバスルームにいます。
They're in the bathroom.
女の子とおじいさんは遊んでいます。
They're playing.
女の子とおばあさんはダイニングルームにいます。
Always gives it away.
男の子とおばあさんは料理しています。
Your Yorishde's mass is there cooking. So there we go. So yeah, Onanako to Oji-san wa, as the girl and the grandfather are playing. Otokonoko to Oba-san wa ryoshimasu is the boy and his grandma are cooking. Otokonoko to oji-san wa bathroom ni imasu. The boy and the grandfather are in the bathroom. And onanako to oba-san wa dining room ni imasu. The girl and dad and her father? Yeah, they're in the dining room. So yeah, some words give it away, some words don't. Some are a little bit harder to hear, like oji-san after onanako to oji-san wa. But asonde imasu, that's what gave it away for me. They're playing there. So it's easy, it's getting easier to pick out the words in conversations or in
お
spoken.
姉さんは弟にキスしています。お姉さんは弟にキスしています。
I'm sorry, what?
ご主人は奥さんにキスしています。
That's the one I wanted.
お母さんは娘さんを抱いています。お父さんは息子さんを抱いています。お姉さんは弟にキスしています。
There we go. So, 兄さんは弟にキスしています。Oh, I can't
お
even
姉
pronounce
さ
it
ん
today.
は弟にキスしています。
So here we are. We've got the child, the baby, but it's Oni-san. Is that sister? But yeah, is giving a kiss. Oka-san wa musume-san. You know, mum and daughter having a hug. Gosujin wa Oka-san, Oku-san, sorry, ni kisu shite imasu. The husband kisses the wife. Oto-san wa musuko-san or daite imasu. The dad and the son are hugging. Oh, my brain is
私
foggy.
はお母さんが大好きです。
Daisuki desu.
私はお母さんが大好きです。
僕はお姉さんが大好きです。
私は弟が大好きです。
僕はおじいさんが大好きです。
There we go. So they're all sat with each other. We got the boys saying, "This is my younger sister." Pretty sure that's younger sister, or my young sister, or Nii-san. Then we got Watashi wa Totoga, that's my younger brother. Boku wa me and my grandfather. And Watashi wa me and my mother. Okay. And you can tell because we've got these little tiny triangles of the perspective that it's being spoken from. So we've got here from the boy, here from the girl, here from the boy, and here from the girl. Talking about her mum, talking about his grandpa, his sister, friend or brother. Is that friend or tutor? I can't remember. I need to remind myself. Pretty sure tutor is younger brother. My bad. It is younger brother. Cool. Here's slide 11.
子供はラジオを聞いています。
Listen to the radio.
男の子たちはテレビを見ています。
They're definitely watching the TV.
両親は聞いています。
Parents are listening.
猫は魚を見ています。
The cat's watching the fish. There we go. We've had these before. But as you can see, we've got the plural boys here, and then watching. Omite. The telly, Terebi. Ryoshin wa kitemasu. The parents are listening. Kodomo wa radio o kitemasu. So the child is listening to the radio. And then neko wa sakana o mitemasu. The cat is watching the fish. Let's go to slide 12.
息子さんは居間に立っています。
Was in
お
the
母
library.
さんは台所に座っています。
The dad's in the kitchen.
お母さん、
I'm an idiot.
娘さんは居間に座っています。
Right.
お父さんは台所に立っています。
Oh, for
お
God's
父さんは
sake.
台所に、お母さんは台所に、お母さんは台所に
Why?
座っ
You're
てい
saying
ます。
the same bit at the
お
start.
父さんは台所に立っています。お父さんは台所に、お父さんは台所、
Right.
息子さんは居間に立っ、お母さんは娘さん、
There we go. I know what I was doing wrong. I was listening to a Tor-san waiting for Daidokoro, but I was hearing Okar-san or thinking Okar-san when I was selecting the wife, rather than a Tor-san for the husband, the dad. So dad and mum, or husband and wife. Husband is in the kitchen, is standing in the kitchen. Tate. So, and then the wife, the mum, she's in the kitchen sitting, suwate. That's the bit that was confusing me, because I've not done suwate and tate for a little while now. This is like the second, I think it's the second time that I've come across it in the program, so that throwing me. And obviously I was hearing a Tarzan and clicking for the female when it should be a Tarzan for the male, and then vice versa. I was hitting a Carson for the male when it's for the female, because I'm an idiot. But hey, this is Japanese. It's not exactly easy, even even when you know the cheat sheet section, I suppose, or the easier bits to understand regarding this. So let's crack on. Slide 13.
これはあなたの本ですか？
これはあなたの帽子ですか？
いいえ、私の帽子ではありません。
はい、私の本です。
There we go. I mean, that wasn't too difficult, because I could hear the anata desu ka, that's fine, but the nohon is the bit that gives it away, because it's about books, and the same with the bottom. The nobushi is to do with hats on heads. So we've got kore wa anata no hon desu ka? Do you have... Yeah, do you have any books? Yes, I do have books. And kore wa anata no bushi desu ka? Do you have or do you want hats? No, I do not want the hat. So, I mean, these forward questions aren't too hard to understand and to get. But the previous couple of slides, the situational slides of just describing what is in the picture, it's a little bit more challenging.
妹さんですか？
これはあなたのボールですか？
はい、私の妹です。
Yes,
はい、
this is my sister.
私のボールです。
Yes, I'll have the ball. There we go. Is this your sister? Yes, this is my sister. Kore wa anata, is this your ball? Yes, this is my ball. Move on to slide 15.
靴はどこですか？新聞はどこですか？新聞はベッドの上にあります。靴はベッドの下にあります。
So where are the shoes? The shoes are under the bed. Where is the newspaper? The newspaper is on the bed. There we go. See, these kind of contextual questions of what's going on in the picture, a little bit more straightforward. Although, possibly because it gives you the answer in the question prior, with the way it's asking. So it's a little bit more forward-leading in being able to select the correct answer. But I like these because these are these are a little easier to get to supplant the information and digest the information into the brain to learn the structure of the sentence of the answer that's being given, and then also break down the content of said sentence to understand what each word is. Makes it easier to understand the answer.
私の鍵はどこですか？
私のコートはどこですか？
鍵は車の中にあります。
コートは椅子の上にあります。
There we go. So straight up there, we ended up getting given the first question, and then it asked us to find where the others go, or possibly we know that the Kagiwa is on about keys, and we know that when we're saying deska, we're asking a question. So when it asks me watashi wa no koto wa doko desu ka, we know that we're asking about the coat, which is the bottom answer. Again, makes it easier to select the right answer and digest, but then we also know we're getting that association of how to ask a question and how to answer, and the order in which these appear when giving answers or asking questions too. So I prefer this way of working in this in the program, that's for sure. So there we go. It's lesson 2 on the listening. So I think we'll do the second listening, and then I might call it there on the video because we're getting on for the time.
女の人と彼女の犬。
That's how they do it.
女の子と馬。
That's the girl on the horse.
警察官と彼の馬。
That's the policeman and the horse.
男の人と犬。
That's the older man and the dog. So yeah, older man and dog, and the lady with her dog, girl with the horse, and the policeman with his horse. There we go.
家族、
Family,
男の人と息子さん、
man and son,
女の人と娘さん。
lady and daughter. Slide 3.
家族、
Family,
女の子とお母さん、
girl and mum,
男の子とお父さん。
boy and father. There we go. I think that's a slight difference. See, this is the slide that I'm more comfortable with the Otosan and Akasan, because it's a little bit simpler and a bit more direct. I need to really sort of focus on the positioning of a Torsan and a Akasan, but I think this is the slide set that does it. Yeah.
赤ちゃん、
Baby,
2人の女の子と両親、
us and our 2 daughters.
女の子と両親、
Girl with her parents,
女の人とご主人、
lady and husband. There we go. Let's go to slide 5.
男の人と奥さん。
The man and his
両
wife,
親と息子さんたち。
parents and
お
their
父
boys,
さんと娘さん。
man with his daughter,
女の人と子供たち。
lady and kids. There we go. So yeah, that's Father and daughter, the man with his wife, parents with their kids that are boys. That's why it's muskosantachi. And then lady with kids, kodomotachi, because they're mixed, 2 boys and a girl. Slide 6.
お母さんと娘さんたちは遊んでいます。
So the lady playing with her 2 daughters.
男の子と犬は遊んでいます。
The boy playing with his dog.
お父さんと息子さんたちは遊んでいます。
That's the father and 2 boys playing.
女の人と猫は遊んでいます。
That's the lady playing with the cat. There we go. So as you can see here, that muskosantachi is the plural for boys, and musume-santachi is the plural for girls or daughters. So we got sons and daughters in this. And then obviously Okar-san's the mother, Otor-san's the father. And over here we can see Otokonoko is the boy, Inu is the dog, and Asonde is the play. Nanoshito is the lady, Neko is the cat, Asonde is the play. So again, the process of elimination, it's a little easier to understand on these. It's a little bit more on the simpler, plainer Japanese too, without too much form, I suppose. It's more like, again, the primary school way of the cat in their hat, or the ball is red, the ball is big, the ball is a big red ball. You know, that sort of following on the building of a sentence. Slide 7.
誰が飲んでいますか？
Drinking,
誰が食べていますか？
eating,
誰が寝ていますか？
sleeping,
誰が遊んでいますか？
playing. So they are eating, they are drinking, they are sleeping, and they are playing. Nice little break up there.
私の母です。
And it's me and my nan. Or me and my mum.
私の妹です。
Me and my little sister.
私の両親です。
Me and my parents. And that's Watashi no from the female perspective. If that was a boy, that would probably be boku no. Boku no. And then I want to say boku no ryushin desu, but because there's a woman in the picture, it will probably still be watashi. Because that's just polite and respectful to use the female form when there's a female present, even if you're a boy.
彼女の自転車は小さいです。
My bike is small.
彼の自転車は大きいです。
My bike is big.
彼女たちの自転車は緑です。
My bike is green.
私たちの自転車は黒いです。
Our bike is black. So, for example, here we got the watashi.
私の自転車は青いです。
My bike is blue. So yeah, back to here. We got the plural of our, but we're talking our in a polite term because we've got a female next to us, watashitachi. Whereas here in this top right one, we've got kanojo-tachi because they are both women, and their bike is green. Yeah, so there are slight differences in form. Oh, I feel sick.
私たちには娘が4人います。
This is me and my 4 girls.
私たちには息子が2人います。
Yes, that's our 2 boys.
私たちには息子が1人と娘が3人います。
This is us with our 1 son and 2 daughters. There we go. So yeah, this is us with our this is me and my 1 son and 3 daughters. These are our 4 daughters, and As with our 2 sons. 1, 2. God, do they look like their dad? And he looks like one of them. Young parents. Anyway, slide 11.
8個の椅子、
Hakko no isu. That's 8 chairs.
9個のリンゴ、
That's 9 apples.
7人の赤ちゃん、
That's 7 babies.
8個の卵、
8 eggs.
7本のペン、
7 pens.
9個の帽子、
9 hats. See, in the simple stuff, I'm relatively swift. So it is definitely there in sticking numbers, places, you know, the item and objects, the mostly male and female forms of plain and polite Japanese in context. Some places, etc. Animals, colours. It's getting there. It's getting there. 12.
11本の花、
That's flowers.
12個のボール、
No, it's the balls, not the...
10枚のお皿、
Literally just saying. No.
10枚のお皿、
It's the plates.
12個のボール、
Oh, I've done it again.
12個のボール、
Junico, not Ju-Eco. Keep getting... My hearing today is horrid.
12個のボール、
Let's get the balls first, the 12 balls.
12個の鍵、
Yeah, let's get the keys.
10個のカップ、
That's the cups.
11本の花、
That's the flowers.
10枚のお皿、
That's the plates. So the last one's
11
got to be
個
the
の
bowls.
ボール、
Oh, that's giving me a bit of a pain in the eyeballs. How annoying. Just this, Junico versus Ju-Eco. Between 12 down here and 11 up here. What an idiot. I'm still learning. And we're getting there. Let's go. 'cause
0、
This video is getting long. 0.
9、
Q's 9.
10、
10.
8、
8.
7、
7.
6、
6.
11、
11. Yeah.
12、
It's 12. There we go. Let's get our numbers in, shall we? Now, Shichi can become Nana when in context.
11、0、9、5、
What's that one?
6、7、8、9、10、
There you go. See how it changed?
6、8、10、12、
What's that one?
3、2、1、Zero.
There we go. So numbers. Oh. So yeah, just out of interest, so you see Roku, you would expect Shichi for 7, but it changes to Nana in context with other things. I still want to figure out why that is. It'd be interesting to find an explanation as to why. Because again, the program showed us that this can occur in a previous video, but it didn't actually explain why. But it is what it is. So there we go. That's 61 correct with a couple of repeats. Not doing too bad as we get through this second core 2 in Unit 2. The video today has gone to 50 minutes, so I'm going to call it there because I'm trying to keep these between half an hour and an hour long. So there are a couple where I've gone a bit too long into an hour. So we'll call it there. We'll do listening and reading next, and then the two speaking with the review. And then we'll be into core lesson 3 right there in Unit 2. So we're getting there. We're definitely making headway. I'm certainly definitely, yeah, it's definitely getting into the brains. Still making a couple of mistakes, but definitely few and far between compared to what Unit 1's mistakes were. So clearly there's a lot going on here where learning this language is getting easier, and I'm quickly coming up on my mistakes as to why I've made them, which is good. To those who do listen, thank you very much. Those who do watch these videos, thank you very much. I hope that you are finding them helpful and useful, and it's given you an insight into the Japanese language for sure. I hope documenting my journey in these slides and modules are showing you that it can be done, even in a casual manner and at a casual speed like I'm going. It does stick. It does stick. It does stay with you. Like I say, in that first unit, there were quite a few instances where off stream I did rinse and repeat and do the modules again. And that's why I'm doing these videos. So those who do find these videos, you can pause each of the modules, you can write down what you want, or you can rewind and play forward and just keep rinse and repeat in the same section over and over again, or the same slide, so on and so forth, to aid your own understanding and learning of the language, especially if, like myself, you don't have the budget to go out and buy all these wonderful tools or pay for all these apps, or it can be quite daunting trying to learn a difficult language like Japanese from a Western English person's perspective, considering how unbelievably different it is, particularly in the writing of the language, going from characters that are defined letters and shapes to kanji. And then you've got kanji, hiragana, and katakana, and they are three writing systems, or in our people term as alphabets. They're not, they are separate writing systems. But they can be quite difficult to wrap your head around at first, and that can put people off. So I'm hoping that I'm showing here with the videos that I'm making that it is accessible, it is doable. It can be a little difficult, but if you stick at it and just work your way through it, it can be quite rewarding. I find it really rewarding that I'm able to learn this at my own pace and to show that it is, it's doable. Anyone can pick this up. It just takes a little bit of time in passing the language, which is only down to how you disseminate information, how you take information in. So I'm hoping that with my comments on the videos that I've done so far and on what's happened in Unit 1 and just working my way through all these little modules in Unit 1 and then also now in Unit 2, that you're getting an idea that it's not as difficult as it's made out to be. And the method by which I'm doing this, going down, making notes of the kanji and their sounds so that I have a reference sheet outside the program. The same with the numbers. I'm doing the same with the numbers at the top here, as you can see. And then also the grammar of the grammatical forms here. As you can see, this is what I've been writing down and how I remind myself outside of this program what the form tenses are. It is the basic. It is, I'm not going to lie, it is the most basic of basic stuff, right? Because this is still very primary school or elementary school learning material. But as you've seen, if you've been watching the videos so far, it does get more and more complex. It does ramp it up a bit in regards to the learning, which allows you in the method that it's using with association and so on and so forth. But it doesn't matter if you get it wrong, so long as you go back and you repeat until you get it right. At least that's what I'm doing. I'm not moving forward until I've got that slide 100% correct. And the same for the unit. I'm not moving forward until I've got it 100% correct, and then I'll move on. There are instances, obviously, particularly for the alphabet sheet for the kanji, where I've gone back and I've extrapolated in the Japanese kanji. I think there's a couple of videos where you can see me do that, where I'm taking the kanji itself to give me the alphabet, and then later on getting quite excited and quite happy with myself that I've actually managed to extrapolate correctly. So I'm also learning how not just the structure and grammar in the sentence works, how the sentences are structured, but also how the individual words are actually broken down into each kanji and its particular relevant sound, which has helped me to understand how it formulates. And then obviously having presented that in a video, if you go find those videos, you will see, if you watch this in series, that it does make sense and that you can pick this up, and you'll see the excitement of where I extrapolate those things and then find them later on that I'm actually correct in what those symbols are when doing later module units. So it is accessible, even if it is a little daunting. And I hope it's helping those who are watching or listening to this. For those that are finding these videos, thank you very much respect that you have come and found my channel and are finding these useful. If there's anything that you want to mention, please get in the comments below on any of the videos. I will read them. There aren't many comments out there yet on each of the videos, but for those that do find these helpful, by all means leave comments. I'm happy to hear what you have to say and read what you have to say and to reply back. Any feedback as well, constructive or otherwise, I'm happy to have on these videos, so please get in those comments below. For those who have found these, please like, follow, share and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to do so. Just click that bell. It'd be fantastic to show your support. I do have 2 pages as well, twitch.tv/crunk7up. That's where these videos go up first as a live stream straight off the bat when I do these, and then I upload later on to youtube.com/exofficina, EXOFFICINA. They both link to each other, so if you find one, please go and explore the other. Save them to a favourites, add them to a playlist, save the playlist. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do, just so that you can keep updated with each time one of these videos does drop, or if the live stream drops. I also do other content, although that has slowed down at the moment because this is taking a priority, as has doing the accounts for my business, because it's that time of year, which is why the gaming content sort of slowed down a little bit, and why I've been slightly making myself ill, is because it's tax return time, and being a self-employed person, it's my first time doing it. It's why I've kind of slowed down a little bit on things and made myself a little bit ill, because the mental health's become a little bit overwhelming on that front, and it's my first time doing it myself because I can't afford an accountant. But you know, it is what it is. I might as well turn around and do it myself. And I only just recently got the software up and running over this past week, so it's all been quite a bit all at once. That's it from me for today's video. We're just touching onto the 59-minute mark. It's going to be nearly an hour-long video, so that's going to be it from me. As always, take care, stay safe, keep sane, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.